we're gonna be talking about the iPhone 15 Pro Max 1 month after using it. The iPhone overheated on me once 2 days ago for the very first time 1 month after using this iPhone. It was in this clip right here that's showing on the screen, but to be fair, it was a direct sunlight. It was pretty hot, not too hot, it's like 20 degrees.
My iPhone first time overheated. It said it needed to cool down, which is really weird, but it's like direct sunlight right now, so that maybe that's what.
And it was using it on 4K and taking lots of photos. So it was the first time that happened. It said it needed to cool down, but I was able to use it immediately after that. So it might have been like a one-time thing, but we're gonna see more as we continue to use this. But my opinion on this is that you're paying for a phone that's like 3 grand Canadian or like 2 point whatever US. I think you'd want your phone to not be overheating or have these issues. It might be like what they're saying is it's a software issue, so as long as you update it, which I did, it's only happened once. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, but then we're heading into the cooler months, so it might be a rare thing to happen. But if you're really worried about overheating, then yeah, it could potentially happen. So maybe you'd want to wait more on maybe the next updates. Maybe it will be even better. But yeah, it did overheat on me 2 days ago. So I'm really curious to see what would happen the next few months with this. But this is my daily vlogging camera now. I don't use my Sony ZV-1. So now that we got that overheating issue out of the way, let's talk about a vlogger's or traveler's perspective on this iPhone 15 Pro Max. How I've been using it and how I've been personally using it, because everyone has different perspectives on how they use their phone. Maybe you're not traveling, maybe you're not a vlogger, but this is mine, so try to take bits and pieces from it. So we're going to talk about the lens of the camera, the physical body or the ergonomics of how you're using it or how it feels when you're like vlogging or using it in general, the photos you take, the videos you take while traveling, the issues that I've had while traveling to another country, and one of the bigger ones is the use of the action button here, how you use it how you use it in daily life. So yeah. So for the first point, the lenses of the camera. For vlogging, I really like using the 0.5 to 0.7, 8, 9, sometimes 1 zoom. Those are the wider angle lenses. I think these lenses are actually really amazing in terms of the quality and how it looks, especially coming out straight from the iPhone. Like, you don't really need to do too much editing, and the pictures and the quality of the pictures look amazing. And this is coming from someone who's using a full frame camera. I think having this, especially, it's just in your pocket and you're able to pull it out like that and then maybe put it on 0.5 or 0.7. I think 0.7 is a good middle ground. Then yeah, it's amazing. I've actually been enjoying using it, and I rarely use the front camera because obviously the back camera is way better. And then for the telephoto lens, I've been using it as well for videos, not photos, mostly for videos, and I really like the compression of it. It's really good when you're taking photos of people. It gives it a unique look, like, yeah. So now in terms of traveling and vlogging, I think this phone is your best bet. If you're gonna buy an iPhone regardless, I think this one would be really amazing for traveling and vlogging. The audio is also amazing. Like, the audio on the iPhone, if you're vlogging, there's most likely you'd want background noise.
But it's 5 o'clock and they're closed.
If you want to make it even more clear, you can enhance it in post or when you're editing. But for me, the audio is already amazing in itself. You just need to bump it up or make it clearer a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with this review. One of the benefits of having this phone is the ability to use an SSD. I don't want to go in depth because not a lot of people use RAW, but when you're using RAW video, you can enhance it the way you want to. I honestly haven't been using that, because if I did want to use that, I would just use my camera. But it's a good option to have just in case. I have the setup for it. It's just I don't want to. It's actually a hassle. So in terms of that regard with traveling and vlogging, I think being realistic and being able to just pump out content rather than having to grade a lot, I think just be honest with yourself on how you're gonna use this. If you're gonna use it for pro work, I think you can make it work with the log format. But yeah, but maybe I don't really care too much for the HDR or oversaturated videos. It's fine by me. Like I can just adjust it a little bit, underexpose it, and then adjust it a little bit. In terms of the titanium body, now being realistic, cause like I don't even see it, right? It's in a case, so at that point, like it doesn't matter to me. It's more on like just like using it daily in general. Like, yeah, I'm just being honest with you guys. Now, in terms of photos and videos, it's amazing at all levels, I believe. Not to the degree of a camera, a full frame camera, or just like a camera in general, but having this in your pocket and you're able to take it out like this, bars none. Videos are really nice as well, but what you want to do would be to download an app that will allow you to set the shutter and the frames per second, because you're gonna get this flickering thing if you don't. So that's one reason why you should do that if you're doing more cinematic stuff. But for daily vlogging, you can just do it from the camera. Like, I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. It's more of like your composition, how you frame the image, and then what you do with the storytelling in general. I am coming out with something soon. Just stay tuned for that. So in terms of traveling, with the traveling aspect of this phone, one issue I've found is that because it doesn't carry a SIM, when I went here to Korea, I needed to get an eSIM, which would allow me to use data every day, unlimited data. And I needed to use my iPhone 11 for that. And then I just use this to get the hotspot from this. But this one, I don't think it's readily available yet for now. So when you're traveling, be conscious of that, because you might not be able to use the eSIMs at the local country that you're going to. So be considerate of that. And yeah, it's just weird. This is my first phone without a SIM like slot. So now let's talk about the action button, or the button that's the biggest change for this year of the iPhone. In terms of a vlogger's perspective, it's amazing. Like, you can program it in a way where it goes to video, straight to video, and then you can just click immediately. That saves you time from doing the open the lock button and then swiping, and then you can just press it and then you're ready. Or you can even do press it and then volume, and then volume, and then you're already recording. So amazing. The action button I really like for vlogging. In terms of handling it while vlogging, sometimes I put it through my fingers like this. Sometimes I just hold it